You can make tracking your items and bulk as fun as rolling dice with this sheet and a few sticky notes. I draw my sword, shing! You can see I made a fancy sheet here to track your items. King Uga Tauntaun's inventory system, which you can download in the description. Please use it! But you don't need a fancy sheet like this. In fact, you can use any old sheet of paper with some sticky notes or some other token if you want, and just draw all over it. If you're someone who doesn't care about tracking bulk, well, there's no need to use this system. But maybe you feel stuck. To keep track of bulk, you need to add up numbers constantly, but if you ignore bulk, it means being strong isn't as important in the game. You might also find it's difficult to remember what items your character is holding in your hands, or what was in your backpack versus in a bandolier. The system might also be useful if it feels bad to spend a precious action just to draw a weapon. Well then, King Uga Tauntaun's inventory system might be for you. It works like this. Have each player share a pack of these small 2 by 1.5 inch sticky notes. Every item that they have or want that is one bulk, write it on the note with a little picture. You could write all kinds of things on it too. You could write the damage of a weapon. You could write the traits. You can then stick the note on one of your slots here on this fancy sheet. If something takes 2 bulk, you can just turn it sideways and it will take up 2 slots. If it takes up more slots, well then you might have to be creative how you orient the sticky notes. Each slot might have a restriction. These slots have a minimum strength in order to use them. Anyone can use these slots, but they'll take the encumbered condition if you do, giving them a dexterity and move speed penalty. You can use these slots if you're wearing a backpack, and you can use these slots but only if your hands are empty. This slot is used for coins less than 1,000 in number and light items less than 10 in number. Remember, anything less than 1,000 coins doesn't count towards your bulk, and 10 or less light items also doesn't count either. You can write them on the sticky note or use these even smaller sticky notes, but that might be too annoying. Remember, it takes 1 interact action to draw a weapon, and 2 interact actions to take something out of your backpack. You might have a bandolier, which makes it easier to use healer's tools, and you could mark that down on the sheet. Or if you're wielding a 2-handed sword, it takes an interact action to switch from 1-handed wielding to 2-handed wielding. Once you start getting magic items, you can find some way to mark down which magic items you've invested every day. You get a maximum of 10, and theoretically you can change which 10 are invested every day. So you could use paper clips or extra tokens that can move around to symbolize it if you want. This system requires no mental calculations at all, and it's a lot more fun. Plus, you can draw your character. I always like character sheets with room to draw my character so I can make them look like this. This system was stolen from other TTRPGs like Mouse Ritter, but it actually works very well with Pathfinder's bulk system. It works pretty simply just by pre-calculating how much bulk you can carry. Any character can carry 5 bulk plus their strength, so if you have a strength of 0, you get these 5 slots automatically. Then with each additional strength score, you get an extra bulk. A character can carry 10 plus their strength if they're encumbered, so that's basically these 5 extra slots you can only use by becoming encumbered. If you're wearing a backpack, you get 2 extra slots, so that's what these are. And of course, you'll have whatever items you have in your hands, but those aren't free bulk, so you'll have to pick if you want to be holding these items or have them stowed, but not both. Then you have this slot for extra light items and coins. You might also have some items of negligible weight, which you can put here or pretty much anywhere. So let's say you have a strength of 2 and a backpack. You can carry 9 bulk without being encumbered, or 14 bulk while being encumbered. If you count, you can see 9 bulk or 14 bulk if you include these, plus this slot for coins and light items. You have your 2-hand slots, but then these slots need to be empty. The psychology of why it works I can't explain. When you have to spend an interact action to draw your weapon, it might kind of feel like you're wasting an action for something that doesn't matter, like attacks. But if you can actually see the situation your character is in and what items they're currently holding in their hands, it helps to see you're not wasting an action, but spending it to make your character's situation more favorable. Once again, you can download the sheet in the description as well as a Halfling-friendly version. But really, you don't have to download anything because you could use any old piece of paper with sticky notes. You just need to pre-calculate how many bulk slots you have available and give yourself enough spots to put these sticky notes. You can download it in the description.